Professor Cheng, congratulations on winning the Bill and Melinda Gates Reinvent the Toilet Challenge. That's great
Thank
news.
you.
What is the challenge?
The challenge was to come up with a toilet that would work off the grid in terms of water, so no running water, no sewerage, and no electricity, and would also process the human waste within about 24 hours.
So create a magic toilet.
Create a magic toilet.
Right. And what's the purpose of that?
The purpose is to address the basic sanitation needs of 2.6 billion people in the world. So the toilet also has to be very inexpensive. It has to cost less than 5 cents per person per day.
And you're working on that, or have worked on that, through the Center for Global Engineering. Can you tell me a bit about the center?
The Center for Global Engineering is something we set up within the Faculty of Applied Science and Engineering at the University of Toronto in July of 2009. And our mandate was to align the research and educational mission of our faculty much more directly with the big global challenges and opportunities of our time.
Right. And you've talked about them as being trying to solve the world's most important problems, right?
Right.
And why are they the most important problems?
Well, they're problems that would benefit mankind the most, that would have the most impact on the world.
And that you see that those problems coming out of developing countries.
Well, it's not that the first world doesn't have important problems to address, but for the most part, working in Toronto, we only look at the first world when we try to identify problems to work on. And to me, it just seemed like there's been a neglected part of the world that we haven't been addressing. And there are many interesting problems there, and many important problems to work on, like the toilet challenge.
And so there's benefits to developing countries for you to take that focus. What are the benefits for the professors, the students here to take that focus?
There are two main things that I see. One, on the technical side, these are such challenging problems. The design constraints that we are subjected to in the toilet challenge forces us to be much more creative. We literally think outside of the box in order to try to come up with solutions for this. We're not limited by what we're all so used to in terms of the toilets that we're familiar with. So that's one. A second is that we understand much better the context of our technical solutions. We have to take into account the users who are going to be using these toilets, their cultural assumptions, their financial limitations, the climate, the kind of weather, the monsoons that they may be subjected to. And so we become much more connected to society and how the users in society are going to be using that technology.
So it makes you global engineers, really?
It makes us global engineers, global citizens.
So that's, I would assume that's an advantage to students here as opposed to another engineering school, right?
I think so. I think our students who get exposed to or even work on projects with us when they're students here, I think they become much more aware of how technology plays a role and can benefit society.
And how, I know some students, professors were involved in this process so far with the toilet challenge. What was the reaction of the students to that and you to that challenge?
We talked to some students about this, and the students that have been involved have been very excited, and I think it's a fascinatingly interesting problem.
Well, again, congratulations on getting the funding, and thanks for talking to us about it.
Thank you.